So, I'm back on camera, and we're going to be reviewing a DC film, so I better grab a DC shirt. So, by the way, what movie are we reviewing? Oh, crap.
7 minutes.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Garbage Day!
Huh? Batman and Robin. Okay, let me be quite honest with you guys. Growing up, I used to like this movie. But that's when my brain was less developed. And now I have more of a brain to realize just how awful and how much of an atrocity it is. Which is why I created a special segment for movies like Batman and Robin. Movie atrocities. Matrocity. It's a special segment on the channel that I will be talking about movies that are such an atrocity. Matrocity. And there are so funny that it's bad movie atrocities, and there's just movies that are bad. And Batman and Robin falls under the category that it's so bad that it's hilarious. Now, when I watched this movie, I brought a friend along, or I went over to his house, I picked up some roosters, and we just sit back and we just laughed at so much of this movie because this movie is horrible. And we watched Superman 4 as well. I may review that. So, I'm not going to be going super in-depth with this movie. I'm just going to be talking about, stuff that I found horrible in this movie. So I'll be talking about some scenes, but not the entire movie, because I want this to fall at least under 15 minutes. So, let's get into this and get this movie done that I can't believe exists, but it does. Let's get it done. Guys, look, I own it. Look, it's guys, look, I own it. It's there. It's right off the bat, we get our first look at what the movie is going to be like. We get butt shots and bat nipples. Because that's what everybody wants to see when they want to see a superhero movie. They want to see butt shots and bat nipples. That's what they all want to see. I mean, that's what I want to see when I want to see a Batman movie. No, I'm done. And we get to the museum scene, which gives us our first introduction at Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. And let me just say, that man should never have been put in this role. He is so bad. And I did a count as I was watching the movie. There are 25 total ice puns throughout this stupid movie.
Cool party. All right, everyone. Chill. Chill. Pheromone dust. Designed to heat a man's blood. It doesn't work on a cold-hearted. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
It is ridiculous. The villain, Joel Schumacher tries to give him a backstory similar to the animated series. And clearly, he doesn't understand that the way he wrote the character and the lines that he delivers and the actions that he takes in the movie just doesn't make us really care. And every time he's on screen, every time he was on screen when I was watching this movie, I was thinking to myself, oh God, it's him again. More ice puns! But yeah, we have our introduction to him, and we get our Batman drop-in scene. That's what I call when Batman drops in through the ceiling and he introduces himself. And this is George Clooney's idea of what Batman should be.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
It's at that moment that you realize George Clooney is not Batman. He's just George Clooney wearing a rubberized nipple suit, jumping around on rooftops, which maybe that's why criminals in this universe are scared of Batman. They just see a big man flying towards them with rubber nipples. Then we have Chris O'Donnell as Robin. If I were to say there were two positives to this movie, it's Chris O'Donnell. You can definitely see he's trying to put some effort into this movie, but he's very over the top, which is saying something considering everyone's over the top in this movie. But you can definitely see he's trying to do his best with what he's given. And the guy who plays as Alfred, I forget his name, I forget the actor's name. I might edit his name in front of me right here. But yeah, he definitely does a pretty okay job as well. And there's a pretty okay scene with Bruce and Alfred talking as Alfred's dying in the movie, which is an unnecessary subplot. And it definitely was not foreshadowed in any way in this movie, and not thrown in our face in any way in this movie. God, I hate this movie. Then there's Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and she is the most over-the-top character in this movie, considering, yeah, Mr. Freeze is in this movie. And we have a big, grainy pickle that looks like he's trying to cosplay Bane. Because that's not Bane. That's really not Bane. And, you know, Bane in the comics is Hispanic, and I'm a big Bane fan. The way they portrayed him in this movie, he acts like, I'm not going to lie, he acts like a retard. I mean, that's the way he acts, alright? He's over here, boom, boom, boom. I'm just like, okay, well, you know, you do you, man. So yeah, I mean, if the writing wasn't already bad, then we also have, you know, bad practical effects. Because, let me tell you, the wire work in this movie is a thing of beauty if it were opposite day. Now, there are so many points in this movie where people fly around on wires. Mr. Freeze in the auction scene, which I'll talk about that in a bit, grabs onto a rope and he swings up into this area, and it's just so bad. There's many instances where people fly around and it looks so fake. You can definitely tell that they didn't put any effort into the actual wire work, or even the stunts for that matter. All this movie is a big toy commercial that tries to tell a story that also thinks that Batman should be sexy. By the way, what's up with that, Joel Schumacher? In an interview, you said you wanted to make Batman sexy. As my friend said when we had a discussion after watching this movie, this is not the character for that. I mean, even the costumes and stuff in this movie just look terrible. The bat suit looks atrocious. Every suit in this movie looks atrocious. The Batmobile especially. I've always been a big fan of the Batmobile. If I ever could have a car. Now, I'm not talking about like real life cars. If I could have any fantasy car from any movie, it would be the Batmobile. Not this one. This one, it looks like crap. It's a single seater. The front is way too long. Has way too many lights. Say what you will about the Batman Forever Batmobile. Which, by the way, that's a part of my set for my reviews. But anyways, say what you will about that vehicle. It at least looks sleek and stylish, and it looks nice. And the fin split open in the back as it would go faster. This has nothing unique about it, and it just looks atrocious. Unless you count all the lights being unique, but I don't want to say anything about this movie can take props. There is a moment where Robin is coming out of the water, and I actually have footage of me and my friend laughing at this part, but there was a scene where Robin's coming out of the water, and he comes out, and then they pause the footage for a second, and they reverse the shot to make him look like he sinks back under. That's lazy!
Get out of here. Get out of here. What's it at? Oh, it's coming up right here.
I'm trying to film this review and trying to be very straightforward with you guys and trying to keep my composure, but this movie, it breaks my brain. I don't know the words to compose for this review. Nor did I want to revisit the film to write down notes, because normally I watch films twice to try to write down notes. Not this one, no. Okay, earlier in my review, I said I was going to talk about the auction scene. Yes, the auction scene. Now, everything that I hate about this movie can pretty much be summed up into this one scene. So I'm going to break it down. And this had both of us laughing, me and my friend. Yeah, the soda that was drinking too almost came out of my nose. Yeah, so the auction scene. It's just like, what is going on? Like, there's men swinging around on ropes and vines dressed up like Tarzan. There's big, bulky men wearing gorilla suits, and poison ivy comes out of one, and sprays are mist all over everyone. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, like people covered up with glitter, and it's like, what is going on? This is Batman, not nipply auction scene, man. I'm done. Poison ivy sprays her mist all along everyone, which, by the way, I don't know how that even works. And there's a scene later where Mr. Freeze gets sprayed with it and nothing happens to him. And he says, "It doesn't work on the cold-hearted." That's what Mr. Schwarzenegger says, which I still don't. Anyways, so she sprays that all over everyone, and everybody starts becoming infatuated with her. And then people start betting tons and tons of money. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and then, you know, Batman and Robin go back and forth with bidding as well, because, you know, they, of course, crime fighters would do that, you know, why not? But the point I'm trying to bring up here is I use that as the intro to this video too. Batman has a credit card.
3 million.
I'll borrow it from you. 4 million.
5 million.
That's a utility belt, not a money belt. 6 million.
7 million. Never leave the cave without.
And this whole scene right here breaks down what the biggest problem with this movie is. It's such a departure from Tim Burton's 1989 Batman movie, where it is more of a dark, grittier, but yet fun movie. It found the right balance between all of that. This movie has none of the good elements from the previous films that those films learned from, and increasingly got better, in my opinion, with Batman Returns. I share the unpopular opinion of liking Batman Returns more than 89, but the reason why that worked for me was because they took everything they learned from the first movie and amplified it a little bit more. The movies regressed. When it came from Forever I kind of enjoy. That regressed dramatically, and then now we have this movie where it regressed like times 100. So the point I'm trying to make here is that Batman needs to be handled with care, and Joel Schumacher did not know how to handle this character properly. If anybody else could have directed it, I would have had him do it before in the past. But for now, there's nothing we can do to pass the past, and this movie is a Matrocity, which is why it's in this segment. And I hate this movie with a burning passion, hotter than the sun. So, yeah, that's all my brain can compose for this review. I'm going to go take a nap now. Guys, I don't know what else to say. This movie is horrible. So I brought up that I watched Superman 4 with my friend. Maybe I might do a review for that. I might be able to compose more words for that. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave some recommendations down below in the comment section. Let me know what else you guys would like to see me review. Leave some more video ideas down below. And as always, guys, if you guys like the video, make sure to subscribe today to join the Isaiahization. And I'm back on camera, baby. Woo!
I freeze. I'm Batman.